back, sleepyheads. If you're new or you want to support this channel, please feel free to watch this video up to the end. Subscribe, like, comment, share to friends and loved ones, or check the links down below or do any of the above that I've aforementioned. I'm sharing my Discord once again. Feel free to join. But yeah, let's get back to the game. I begin to steer from my deep. I read that already, my man. Get the fuck out of here. It feels like there's something heavy across my stomach, stopping inability to move. Did someone throw a weighted blanket on me? Actually, it feels like whatever's on me is vibrating. What is it? Olivia? She is on me? My entire head grows hot as my brain tries to process the situation. It's gotta be guts. Her chest pressing close to mine, I can feel her rhythmic breathing against my body. It's deep, slow, and with a subtle but noticeable rumble with each exhale. If I focus hard enough, I could probably feel her heartbeat. Oh, I feel your heartbeat through the sound of I hear your heartbeat through the sound of the drums. Oh, it's a shame that you were with someone. I thought I hold you in my arms. I'm sorry. Maybe she sleep crawled under the beanbag and didn't realize that I was on it. I should probably wake her up so she can get back to her bed. Inko, my man, wake the F up. Open your eyeballs. Open your eyelids right now so we could see. Anytime I try to move, her limbs cling tighter around my body like a boa constrictor. With all but Olivia stayed wrapped around me, any attempt of escaping her hold is fruitless. Olivia looks even more peaceful than she did on the bed. Maybe she does know that I'm here. I leave her be. Last thing I want to do is make her a cranky gator. You don't want to get death rolled, my man. With my free hand, I managed to grab my phone. Checking the time, the digital clock says that it's only 5 minutes past 4:30. Plenty of time to continue my nap. I nestled my head back into the beanbag and let the feeling of Olivia's rumbling lull me back to sleep. This feels nice. My morning alarm lulls me from my sleep and into the world of the living. I end up spending the night at Olivia's place. Randy and Sophia thought my parents would actually be worried that I stayed with strangers for the night. When my folks hadn't answered their phone, Sophia was left fuming. Randy didn't look as bothered though, and the two calmed down after I made something up about a business trip. Honestly, I'm probably right anyway. On the upside, I got to spend the night with Olivia. Last night, we even turned the living room into some kind of blanket and pillow fort. It felt childish to huddle up on the floor with Olivia and watch her play old computer games on the outdated TV, but I had more fun than I'd like to admit. But now that Fridays rolled around, it was time for school. Olivia's wheelchair is out of commission until Randy could go get a replacement, meaning she'd have to miss out today. Given the state of both her emotions and wheelchair, it pained me to have to go without her and leave her all alone. Honestly, I don't want to be alone in my cold and empty house either. Miss Sophia is one hell of a cook. Last night she made the delicious meatloaf. Guess I know now who Olivia got her culinary skills from. Oh my god, he has no eyes. I rise from the couch, pulling the spare blanket off of me. The pains let me sleep on the couch, but at some point Olivia must have dragged herself from her room to join me. As I try my best to get up without waking her, I pull out my phone to check the time. It's about the same time I normally wake up, but I'm kind of impressed with my own internal clock. You awake, son? I jump as Randy makes his presence known behind me. His hands idly button up a floral shirt as he motions ahead towards the unconscious Gator laying on the couch. Guessing he has the early shift. She wasn't there when I went to sleep. Don't worry, not accusing you. Damon's already up and the kitchen's got a cereal. Don't be late for school. I nod in response, taking a few moments to put my jacket and glasses on before heading to the kitchen. Even if I didn't remember where it was, it wouldn't be hard to find. Damon's busy slurping honeyed oats like a jet engine. Oh, Hinko, you hungry? Before I even reply, the Dilophosaurus jumps out of his chair and makes for a nearby cabinet. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these dino names. Procuring another bowl and spoon, which he slides across the table. Thanks? Most important meal of the day, man. Eat up. He gestures to the half-gallon of milk and a box of cereal on the table. I take a seat across from Damon and pour myself a bowl. Normally I'd skip breakfast on account of getting an upset stomach during PE. Then again, that could be my PTSD with the burritos talking. Could be, my man. Must the memory goes a long way. Wait, what? With spoon in hand? Oh no, rather did you know that our body has its own memories? Not... What I'm talking about is the body and the mind and the soul are different things. With spoon in hand, I get a scoop of cereal and begin eating. You know, as far as cereals go, it's a little bland. If I had to guess, they probably avoid any of the colorful sugar-filled cereals to prevent Vinny from bouncing off the walls. More than he usually does, at least. I continue to enjoy my bowl of cereal with less ferocious haste than Damon. It's not long before we're both done and Damon stands up without any intent on cleaning up after himself. Liz should be getting here any minute now, so we can wait outside. Sounds good. I take the time to rinse off our dishware in the sink before anything else. Damon looks a little guilty as he realizes what I'm doing. Finally, with breakfast dealt with, we get ready to head outside into the cold, harsh world. This in the game, it's cold. Everybody knows I'm in the Philippines. You know, it's like Southeast Asia right there. It's a instead of cold, harsh world, hot, real hot. Not comfortable hot, not warm. It's just, my goodness. You'd be sweating buckets of just wet sweat. So I grab my backpack by the couch. I take one more glance at my slumbering girlfriend. Oh, already saying that, huh? Just taking up the entirety of the couch now. The blanket we shared falling away. She spreads onto the spot I was just at. Should I give her a kiss goodbye? Or maybe fix the blanket for her? Oh my god. You know, sometimes you gotta be a big boy. Staring at her soft looking lips, I shake my head and kneel down, pressing the softest of pecks on her brow. As I turn away from her, something catches my wrist. It's Olivia's hand. With bleary eyes full of sleep, she looks at me silently, asking me to stay. Oh, Liz is here. His words make Olivia tighten her grip. Painfully tight. Oh, hey, I'll be back tonight, okay? She's fighting to stay awake with eyes fluttering and hand grip waning. Olivia? Promise? Kneeling back down, I place another soft kiss to her head. Promise. I think she accepts that as she lets herself slump back onto the couch. Inko? Sorry, I had to do something. Damien huddles himself and charges a cold ride to Liz's car. She flings the passenger door open just in time for him to leap in and close it again. I get one last look at Olivia before I shut the door and hurry down as well. Oh man, the car is nice and warm. Morning, Inko. You really stayed the whole night? Liz starts down the road towards the school. Morning? Yeah, I didn't want to be alone in the snow. Is that why I smell like Damien's deodorant? His clothes are looking pretty ragged by now too. Shut up. I'll have to get a shower and a fresh change of clothes as soon as possible. Damien and Liz keep the conversation moving and my mind starts to wander. Man, poor Olivia, who knows when a replacement chair is coming in? Could be anywhere from a few days to weeks. And she's just going to be stuck home the whole time while I still need to go to school. It won't be the same. We won't get to be together in the art room after school. All alone, just talking, making fun of my bad paintings. Just us. Man, wait till Edican finds out we're... Damn it. Well, I guess he knows by now then. It won't be the same, my man. It really won't be the same. Yo, Inko, you good? Seems pretty down all of a sudden. I'll be fine. I appreciate you guys, really. This has been the best school year of my life so far. So thanks for being my friends. Hey, you're cool too? What brought this on? Damon? This last school year has been pretty special. Hanging out with you guys, so much has changed in such a short amount of time. Even if things are shaky right now. It's really been worth it. I have hopes for what comes next. Me too, Liz. Silence falls over the car as Liz takes off. Damien's hand is only occasionally swatted away from the radio knob as we all sit in companionable silence. It's nice taking a different scenic route to school. At school, the atmosphere is undeniably different. It's as talkative and rowdy as ever, but there's less of it. I don't know, maybe it's just my mind playing with me. There's less color as well, like it's been drained just a bit. The layer of snow blanketing everything outside is partially to blame. Man, I was looking forward to making a snowman this year. Maybe I'll be feeling it later. Solly was as stern as ever in his class, whether it's just that he doesn't care or his own form of respect is beyond me, but his hat was on just a little tighter than normal today. Man, too many feelings today. Moping isn't going to get me anywhere. I'm halfway to second period when the question of Leon's replacement strikes me. Will we just be getting a few days off? There's no way they can just find a new teacher in such short notice. Class is probably going to be on hold for a while. His name is still on the door plate when I enter. Inside, many of the students chatted with each other normally. Some nervously glance up to the teacher's desk. I take my normal seat, but by the vacant desk Olivia would normally be stationed. Period's gonna suck without her. Looks like all I gotta look forward to today is lunch with Damon and Liz. Man, the whole day's gonna just drag on. I want to go back to Olivia. Can't get enough that Gator hug, huh? The bell rings, and an unfamiliar woman, an unfamiliar woman in a suit walks in, clipboard in hand. She nods at us all and starts reading mechanically from some script. The substitute tries her best, but there's only so much you can get done on her first day in such short notice, and with just some papers to read out. Her tone doesn't help, drawn out and empty, and I feel myself losing focus. I look down at my half-taken notes. Shoot, Olivia would probably kill me if she... Whoa, what? The substitute looks at the class phone in frustration as she walks over to answer its call. They both mumble back and forth for a few seconds before... We got an inker cog Cheeto in the class? I raise my hand. The substitute thumbs towards the door. Office called, you're wanted. Yeah, I was about to say, what would the office need me again? What the flip, man? I just got here. My footsteps echo on the hard, cool tile on the way to the principal's office. I heard once that they made the halls of the faculty offices longer on purpose to scare you. Although that may just be from an old comic strip. The effect was there, however, as each of my reverberating steps sent a spike of unease through my core. When I finally stood before the principal's office, the feeling of unease peaked. Slowly, oh my god, we got me again, man. Man, alright. It's gonna be one hell of an episode. Slowly, I opened the door and inched myself inside. The principal was sitting behind her disorganized desk, blanketed with numerous sheets. And between me and her, me and Ben looking back at me from their own chairs. You wanted to see me, Principal Skater? Yes, Mr. Nito, there's some matters we need to discuss. She motions to the third chair in front of her. I take a seat as instructed next to Ben, who's more or less acting as a personal barrier between me and Mia. Mr. McKnight has informed me that there was an incident between you and Miss Moretti earlier this month, one in which school property was severely damaged. Yeah, it was near the start of the month, so why now? I look at Ben and Mia. I'm sorry, there were more pertinent issues at the time ago. I had to keep pushing this back to handle things like the audit paperwork, and an excessively heavy breath leaves Miss Skater's mouth. You should have given me the reports for this as soon as it happened. Miss Skater looks at Ben as he frowns. This needs to be resolved by the end of the day, Benjamin. Her tired eyes turn my way, pleased so that we can finish this as soon as possible. While she spoke, my focus was on Mia, and the smile that crept across her face. From what Miss Moretti told me, it was you who instigated it in the first place. Care to explain? What? Principal Scaler, Mia was the one who... We're aware that she caused the damage, Mr. Nito. Oh. The older woman leans forward with pen and paper in hand. What we need to know is how this incident happened in the first place. I think we should hear Mia's side of the story first. Oh, you son of a... Since she was the one to inadvertently cause the damage after all. The red-scaled girl nods, holding out her hands as she begins. Miss Skater was just trying to talk with Olivia that day, when out of nowhere Inko shows up and starts getting on my case. I was trying to tell him that me and Olivia were just working on a project when, BAM! He just whips out his camera and blinds me with it. What? Didn't she slap herself in the face with a tail-mounted glitter bomb? And because I couldn't see, I kept running to things, even knocking things over. I didn't mean to do that, Miss Skater. Damn. What kind of excuse is this? It's like a toddler who made this up. That's crazy. I know I have a temper, and trust me, Ben's been helping me work on it. But you can't blame me for going around like a headless chicken. She can't be serious. I looked at the principal and see that she's just listening to her lie right through her teeth. And this ain't even the first time he's done this. I tried talking to Olivia back in September and he pulled her away. I swear it's been out for me ever since the first day of school. Principal Skater, that... Shh. My jaw slammed shut bitterly as the principal denies me the chance to defend myself. Her eyes turned downward to a particular stack of papers atop her desk, carefully scanning one page and flipping to the next. The silence of the room is unnerving as she flips through page after page, finally breaking the quiet by clearing her throat. Now, Mr. Nido, you can give me your side of the incident. A silence overtakes the room. All eyes turn on me, and I'm considering how to approach the situation. Let me handle it, Nido. Give me the options, my man. Let me cook. I see me in the corner of my eye, along with the subtle fist she raises in warning. Recalling how badly she had thrashed that hallway causes a chill to run down my spine. Ben let her speak first. He's trying to play it smart, I think. Maybe he's onto something. I could. If I take the heat for this, maybe Mia will finally leave me and Olivia alone. Actually, yeah, Mia knows the score. If it helped get her off the hook, I'd look pretty darn cool. She could even owe me one. Assuming the punishment isn't something drastic. I have no side of the incident, ma'am. I give up. It's exactly as Ben and Mia say. I instigated the whole thing. A hushed gasp managed to escape from Mia, but I ignored and keep talking. I've been dealing with a lot lately, and when she was passing by, I remembered when she targeted me on PE on my first day, and I just saw the opportunity, you know? Well, Inko, I'm very surprised. I'm glad you're willing to be so honest and accept responsibility for. Shut the fuck up, Ben. You better shut your mouth right now before I shut it for you, my man. It shows character. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if it's bluffing right now or is absolutely grinding on on my gears. It grinds against my soul to lie and throw myself under the bus, but I nod and smile along. It's for the greater good, after all. Well, then, I also appreciate this show of character, but we're still going to have to lay down the law here. Ben clears his throat loudly to draw the focus back on him. Miss Skater, if I may, it's clear emotions are still running high. The damage to the hallway will be fixed over the weekend and nobody was seriously injured, right? People could have gotten hurt, and I get that, but consider the circumstances. Inko is in mourning like the rest of us. On top of losing a teacher, he's lost a mentor as well. Is that not punishment enough? Do you really need to throw the book at the only human student during a tragedy during an audit? Skater scoffs and grimaces. I think it would be in everyone's best interest if everyone would just cut some slack. Ben, you know that's not how we're supposed to look at this. She complains, but she's clearly somewhat rattled by the concept. Alright, here is what we're gonna do. Mr. Nito had some grudge against Miss Moretti, which she acted on with the camera flash, and this had the unintended effect of getting her hurt, so the whole thing effectively started with an accident. Yes, that sounds about right. Skater turns her gaze to me next. I nod my affirmation. Then Skater looks at Mia afterward, her eyes narrowing like daggers. Ben discreetly nudges Mia with his elbow. Oh yeah, that sounds like what happened. Right. And why did none of you come forward about this earlier? Inko and Mia are both friends of mine. They were confiding in me about the situation. They both apologized to each other already. Skater's gear comes my way once again. You forgive each other? Leon taught us a lot about forgiveness, ma'am. That was good. Skater's gear switches back over to Mia. And you, Miss Moretti? Mia stares right back, the gear is turning in her head. Ben tries to nudge her discreetly again, but she doesn't seem to take notice. I feel myself start to sweat. I think Mia would fumble right now. Mia would rather take the punishment than admit any sort of fault. Because she's stupid. Yeah, I'm sorry. A wave of relief washes over Ben and I. Skater looks more frustrated than anything. She leans back on her desk chair and shuffles through some papers. In addition to the report itself, our Edigan left behind his account of what happened. In it, he describes Mia's actions as openly hostile and intentional. Could you blame her? She couldn't see anything and she was in a lot of pain. In either case, it seems both parties are in agreement as to the situation. I suppose that's why Leon didn't mention a motive in his report. Man, what the G, man. What the G. Rip to the goat. Now, I would like to give the benefit of the doubt, especially at a time like this. And given both of your statements, it seems whatever nonsense this was about has been resolved. Still, though, at the bare minimum, I'll have to give you both a day of Saturday detention to help clean up the mess. Afterwards, we'll have another talk to discuss this further. Ah, shoot! Still, this is better than it would have been otherwise. I'm sure Mia's satisfied. She's slouching in her chair pretty hard at this point, feeling completely unthreatened. Principal Skater dismisses us. Mia skips out of the office without another word, leaving both Ben and I behind. We quickly follow suit, not wanting to bother Skater anymore. Once we're out in the hallway and the door clicks behind us, Mia props herself against the wall besides Ben. So, I'm in the clear now. Almost clear. You still need to come in on a Saturday, but after that you'll be good. At the meeting after, don't worry, I can easily make that not happen. And my record, as good as scrub, but I'm pulling some big favors to make it happen. Mia lets out a deep sigh. This is why I love ya. Ben's face turns fuchsia in seconds, and yet he's wearing the largest of smiles. I'm like, wow, what a fucking simp! This is bad. You see someone going down the wrong road, be it a friend, be someone, and you're not only just enabling it, but you're helping them. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody stole something, and you're like, all right, I got you, man. I'll vouch for you, and they're gonna keep making you as the excuse. Going back to the game, thanks. I was like going, yeah, making you as like an excuse. You know what I'm saying? You're getting used, my man. I can understand from the perspective of Ben. She is a muscle. It's like a femdom thing, you know what I'm saying? In the blink of an eye, Ben is now the one up against the wall, Mia looming above him with her hand right beside his head. Oh, just wait till later, Benny boy. What about me? Or once Mia wears a smile without any threat behind it. Yeah, good work there, monkey boy. I wasn't expecting you to play along so well. Felt like the easiest way to handle things. So you, wanted to take the blame then? I mean, it worked out in the end, my man. That it did. See? And also, that's me extending an olive branch. Both Pavasaurs stare at me as though I grew a duckbill. To you, Mia. I just want to get along. Come again? Mostly I'd like to stop harassing Olivia. I think we can work something out. Well, aren't you special? And I mean that in the best way. Such self-sacrifice for friendship. Ben could learn a thing or two from you. Alright, just for you, I'll leave little Miss Grumpy Guts alone. Ben steps towards Mia with concern etched on his face. Mia, you were messing with Olivia? Shut the fuck up, Bluey. No, and now I never will, alright? The pink punk turns back to me. Just free coasting to the end of the year and I'll be out of your hair forever. Sounds like a good deal, Inky boy. I nod in agreement. Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. After Saturday, we won't need to see one another ever again, my man. My hand is held out to her to seal our deal. See you Saturday then. Instead of shaking it, Mia slaps my palm hard enough to make the involuntary clap reverberate in the quiet hall. Hiding my pain with a smile, Mia reciprocates with a grin of her own and turns away. Mia saunters off. Ben looks between the two of us. I don't get anything anymore. But I'm glad you're taking efforts to smooth everything over, Inko. No problem, my man. I just don't like you. Yeah, and I really appreciate it. You'll be fine with her in detention, right? Sure, totally. I clasp a hand on his shoulder and offer him my fist. He smiles back and reciprocates with a fist bump. See ya. Alright, get the fuck out of here, Bluey. After school, I took the metro back home to shower and put on some new clothes. As it turns out, my parents really were on a business trip for the weekend as indicated by a sticky note on the fridge. Well, I'm back at the Pains regardless. Randy opens the front door to let me in. And there you are. Damien mentioned that you'd be coming over later. Hey, Randy? Say, Inko, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind shoveling the snow off the driveway when you can. Would really appreciate it, and I'll even pay you a couple bucks for it. Oh my god, this guy's a saint. Like, you would think he wouldn't really pay us, because he'd be like, I've been letting you sleep in my house, and doing whatever with Olivia. No need to pay you extra money. No need to give you a little bit of money. No need for the payment, sir. It's the least I could do after coming unannounced again. Thanks a bunch, really. Alright. Show of character, my man. I love it. As Randy leaves, I step back out and collect the withered snow shovel half buried in the snow. Better to do this now than later. 30 minutes later, I find myself collapsed on Damon's couch and let my head rest against a comforter. God, my body aches as I finally feel the full toll of my efforts. Made worse by the heat of the room, I feel dizziness overtake me. My head twists as the room swirls around me until I can see Olivia's bedroom door. My eyes linger there as I consider getting up to see her or just giving her some time to come out. She has to know I'm here now, right? She probably does. She also probably doesn't want to do her silly knee walking thing again. I wonder how mad she'd be if I caught it on camera. Oh, don't do that, man. You're gonna... Olivia? I knock lightly on her door. No answer, but I do hear the TV inside. The door creaks loudly even as I push it open as gently as possible. Olivia lays in her bed, flat on her stomach. She's staring blankly at the TV on the floor. Can I come in? Olivia gives a slight grunt of approval. What you watching? One of her claws lazily gestures to a pile of DVD cases. It's a box set of Rurouni Kenshin Batosai, or what we call Manslayer. But yeah, OG anime, man, OG. You've been watching this the all day? That's a yes then. Oh my god, she's in her like depressed morning phase. You doing okay? But I think it could be depression. I don't want to jump the gun into that, but it could happen. When it comes to mental illnesses, you don't really see it. The moment you see it, oh, means you're in a really bad state already. If you go like state, there are no stages in a way that I could give like level 1, level 2, but when you're in the deep end and it physically shows from your actions and how you look, okay, that means you absolutely need to get help, whatever that may be. My day was kind of rough. Class is different, you know. Yeah, I'm glad to get to see you again. I got called into the office too. Ben and Mia were trying to get out of responsibility for that outburst earlier when she tried to kill us. Evidently that meant trying to throw me under the bus. It is what it is, I guess. But I actually worked out my people skills. Made a deal with her and Ben, she won't be bothering us anymore. Pretty cool, right? Olivia? I'm trying to watch. Oh, can I stay? Alright, at least there's this. I want to sit next to her, but Olivia spread out on her bed to the point that there's barely room left. And what little space that was open had already been taken by the small rat curled up against her. Looking around the room, but there's no chair in sight. And after giving myself a mental kick for why there isn't one, I kneel next to the bed, letting my arms rest on its edge. Olivia grunts again, but otherwise focuses on the show playing on her laptop. I look at the screen and need to look away as several men are gunned down bloodily by an old-fashioned hand crank repeating gun. My man, the OG anime of like Rurouni Kenshin? Oh! It shows blood, my man. Didn't know Olivia was into stuff like this. It's made worse by the fact that the voices do well to convey the visceral pain they're experiencing. I push myself back up. On second thought, I probably reek right now, Olivia. I'm all sweaty from snow shoveling and I don't want to put you through that. Another grunt, though this time there's a tinge of something in it. I should head home so I can clean up. If you need someone to talk to, you can always text me, okay? Her head kind of bows, but her eyes remain locked on the screen. With hesitant steps, I back away from Olivia and out of the room. When I open the front door, I hear someone calling out from the kitchen. Yo, Inky, leaving so soon? Damien's head hovers just over the refrigerator's door. Yeah, I should start heading back. Really? With a quick whap of his tail, the fridge is closed and Damien comes to me, offering one of his prized cans of soda. Olivia wasn't looking so hot when I checked on her earlier. Aren't you worried about her? I accept the offered beverage with a nod. She's fine, she just wants some time alone. You think so? She's just binge watching some old show and not giving anyone else the time of day. You're really going home so soon? There's nothing I really can do, Damien. She's fine, she just needs to recharge and rest. Well, alright. He sips on his own cola, slowly his eyes scrunch up in thought. Well, still, I'm going to try cheering her up myself for a while, Damien style. As if to prove his point, he crushes the can against his head. Vinny and I can do it. She'll be back up and laughing in no time. Alright, my man, I'm giving you this mission. Alright, get it together, soldier. She said she'll text me if she needs someone to talk to. Good to know. See you later then? Yeah, I'll be seeing you. I exit through the front door and shut the door behind me. A few seconds later, it's locked from within. The next metro should be soon enough. Okay, I think this is Saturday. Yes, Saturday cleanup. To my surprise, Mia was already there in the partially repaired hallway, with her arm in a sling. A janitor was there too, talking to the obviously injured girl and giving her a thorough explanation of what we were going to be doing. I cleared my throat loudly, drawing both of their attention. Took you long enough, Shades. I'm not repeating myself. I heard most of it, sir. Mia, are you okay to work like that? Shouldn't you be home if you're hurt? Oh, I should be, yeah, but then Ben or Skater would get on my case, and I just wouldn't want to shirk on my responsibilities, yeah? Her smile is strained as she motions with her covered arm. Don't worry, it looks like all the serious work has already been done. Save for the set of lockers still on the floor. From the looks of the hallway, most of the serious damage had been dealt with over the month. The janitor rolls his eyes and holds out a pair of push brooms. I take them both. Could you give her a dustpan, sir? I'm sure I can do this part by myself. Thanks, Inko. With an affectionate pat on my head, Mia moves to the wall and leans against it. I guess that's where she wants me to push all the trash too then. I'm glad she's also thinking ahead. I can't believe she's actually thinking, but then again, she is a snake. While the janitor goes to fetch a dustpan for her, I get to work. The next hour is an evil snake, you know. The next hour or so I spent studiously pushing all the debris on the floor towards Mia. Every time I look up, she offers a smile and thumbs up, and occasionally, why don't you just shove that thumbs up your ass, my man? A woman. Sorry. Unless I think it's cheering. Her voice and tone are hard to read at times. I always figured she just naturally sounded sardonic. My arms are starting to ache once all the trash is ready to be scooped up. With the standing dustpan ready, all the trash is easily dumped to the large trash bins loaned to us by the janitor. I just push pile after pile of trash into her pan, and Mia easily lifts and deposits them into the bin. Alright, in code, take 10. When you get back, we'll bring these bins and the lockers out back. Wiping the light coating of sweat from my brow, I nod. Mia and I take a seat in a nearby classroom while I get some well-deserved rest. We'd be out of here a hell lot faster if we just finished cleaning. Sorry, but I'm tired. You've had half a year of gym classes with Sully and you're still out of shape? Unbelievable. It's not my fault he pushes us too hard. I can barely recover between classes. He's the best damn teacher at the school. If he can't help you, nobody can. Why do you like him so much? He gives his respect only to people who earn it. People like me. You don't think anybody else at the school deserves respect? Nah. Everybody's willing to betray each other at a moment's notice. Only reason that doesn't happen to me is because I put the fear of God into people. I'm not about to let my graduation plans be ruined because some cunt thinks they're hot shit. I was about to say, wow, you actually have plans after graduation? None that involve any of you. I'll be long gone by the time this place falls apart without me. What about Ben? Aren't you too? Ding! I instantly pull out my phone and check the notifications. What, Wheels chatting you up? No, I got a text from the school. Looks like they released a monthly newsletter. I followed the link in the text message and text me to a PDF copy of the newsletter. You want to hear any of this? Sure, read it, whatever. Alrighty then. Ahem. Good morning, Feathertails. This week we have the following announcements. Skip anything related to studying or lazy-ass sports teams. Alright. Oh? To all our students, you're invited to St. Hammond High School's 201M 2023 BC Winter Formal. Immerse yourself in the serene beauty of the wintry night sky with music, food, entertainment, and much more. We will also be hosting a special memorial for one of St. Hammond's finest teachers who has recently passed, Mr. Trent Edekin. The event will take place at the Volcaldera Convention Center on Friday, December 15 from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets for the Winter Formal are now on sale online or in Miss Brocklin's class in room 211, $15 for one and $30 for couples. Please read our event dress code to know what will and will not be allowed for the formal. Have a great weekend. Go Feathertails. You didn't have to read that last part out loud, idiot. Sorry. A few more moments of silence pass. Are you planning on going? Yeah, after your lazy ass is done with the rest of the cleanup. No, I mean going to the winter formal. Absolutely, it's one of the few things here worth doing. And I know Ben's been looking forward to it too, working night and day to get things ready. Yeah, organizing the whole thing, courting Mia the whole night. Damn. In any case, my muscles feel noticeably less sore than they did before. As I stand up to stretch, Mia makes a show of groaning in exacerbation. Finally! Now go finish so we can go home. Finish? Gotta move the new locker in, dumbass. Shoot, forgot about that part. I spent another half an hour moving the filled trash bins while Mia serves a kind of moral support. All that's left are the lockers. I kneel down by the freshly unpackaged metal lockers, my hand braced at their base. Urgh. For a moment, they don't budge. Come on, Shades. I exert all my strength on my legs. Come on. I'm starting to feel them rise. Oh, come on. While I'm focused on the task of lifting, I notice Mia leave my peripheral vision. The weight of the lockers seems to vanish and they rise easily. Now that I'm not straining against the heavy weight, I can look to the other side and see Mia easily handling the majority of the weight of the lockers. She must have taken some painkillers during our break as she's handling the weight with both her arms. Now she's just faking it, man. Sweet, we're done. Are you okay? Your arm? Go get the janitor, Shades. Not too long after, our chaperone examines our work and lets us go. Me and I are both escorted out of the building by our school security guard, and she wastes no time in rushing towards the school's parking lot and peeling off in her exceedingly loud hot rod. I'm left walking alone to the metro station, as always. Alone again, finally. Oh wait, no, naturally. I'm exhausted. After so many hours of heavy lifting, all I want to do now is fall asleep. I'd originally wanted to go and visit Olivia after detention, but since I was the only one doing any work, it took forever. And honestly, I'm a mess. I definitely don't want to show up there looking like this. Stretching my limbs out to feel the rest of the bench, a familiar shade finds its spot beside me. Good afternoon, Inko. Withholding my groan of pain, I forced myself back upright and turned to the older whale. Mr. Ferris. Hey, Mr. Ferris, what's up? How's the weather up there? I'm just kidding. I feel I should be asking you that. Forgive my bluntness, but you look out of sorts. My mouth opens to tell him about the detention, but I shut it. The audit. The hall? Just had a busy morning, sir. The whale bellows his own groan. Yes, I suspect we all have. At the dreadful meeting this morning, positively dreadful. What for? His eyes shut in contemplation, reopening after a moment. Suppose it's already public knowledge. Many of the schools in the district have some formal or gala or other event coming up. Of course, since the students are still under our care, there are strict guidelines for these. Frankly speaking, it was a meeting spent talking the follies of youth, Mr. Nito. He chuckles at his own joke, but once again I'm reminded of the formal. I'd love to take Olivia to it, but would that be too much? We aren't exactly dating after, but your girlfriend already. It's not really bad, my man. It's pretty normal. So just get in there like it's swimwear. Just slide in there like as if it was a slip and slide, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe we are. I didn't confess. It's not like in the movies. Maybe I need to reread that article on situationships. Mr. Nito? Sorry, I was lost in thought. Yes, I could see. What's on your mind? An awkwardness settles in my stomach. It'd be weird to just vent my problems to someone I barely know. But on the other hand, this is Liz's uncle. Plus, he's a lot older. I'm sure he'd have some good advice. It's at least worth a shot. Let's get it on, yeah. I wanted to ask Olivia to the dance, Mr. Ferris. Miss Halford? Well, I think she's a fine young lass, Inko. I know it's just, I don't know if she would want to go. Left unsaid was the reason for her current mood, but thankfully Mr. Ferris understood the unspoken half as he gave a solemn nod. I see. I've been in your shoes before, Inko. Which, by the way, they don't have in my size, regrettably. Over the years, I found that when my wife was feeling down, fresh air helped bring her spirits back. Fresh air? I mean, Olivia has been cooped up in her home for 2 days already, and likely for a lot longer since she's without her wheelchair. I hope it's repaired soon. Yes, an open-air date of some kind. A chance to really stretch her... some time to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. It's the best idea I've heard so far. Yeah, no cap. This guy's the GOAT. He's clearly OG. He's experienced a lot of things. Plus, we haven't had a date yet. I could take her out somewhere, and if it goes well, I could ask her to the formal right after. Even make it a surprise for her. But where would I take her? I don't really know Volcaldera that well, sir. The older man grins and you. Damien wasn't kidding about those teeth. How fortuitous of you then, that I may have the perfect date spot for you. Bringing up a possibly tiny suitcase, Mr. Ferris reaches in and withdraws a slip of paper. Every year I would bring my wife here so that she can enjoy the winter night while still staying warm. I'm sure this will be to your liking. I'd take the sheet and scan it over. It's a flyer for the Volcadera Pier, depends on where you're from, with an event list right beneath it. A date on a pier? I can see a multitude of things to do there just from the photos printed on the page. Games, food, even some carnival rides. It's perfect! Thank you, Mr. Ferris! His smile widens, but I contain my urge to flinch. Think of it as my thanks for helping me with the fashion advice. Before I can thank you more, I notice that my stop is coming up. I stand up and nod gratefully to Mr. Ferris, already reaching for my phone. I figure I'll ask Olivia now and we could decide on which event to go to once she has her chair again. I spent all of Sunday combing over the paper Mr. Ferris had given me. I wanted the date to go perfectly. Perfect. Each minute detail, it was perfect. Which meant outlining an itinerary for that day. When I told Olivia though, she seemed reluctant to go. She was really down in the dumps. I mean, I can't blame her, my man. Nobody can. That only makes my conviction to take her all the stronger. I trust Mr. Ferris' advice. He's married after all. After an entire evening of back and forth texting, I was able to convince her to go. She said her new chair was coming Friday night, meaning that Saturday was the perfect day for our date. I spent the entire week looking for romantic things to fill our date night with. I still had to suffer through classes which felt pointless without Olivia or Leon around. I had finished Sir Trent. I had finished mapping out our peer date by Thursday. However, that same day I got an email notification. Apparently one of my favorite influencers online was going to host a live event at the Volcaldera Mall this week after some last minute booking changes. The only problem being that it's on Saturday, the same day as our date. The more I thought about it though, the more I thought Olivia would prefer to go somewhere indoors, especially with the cold. Plus, she wouldn't have to move around too much. It's the second Saturday of December and the cold is starting to pick up. A good thing I changed plans because I highly doubt she'd enjoy being forced out into the cold more than necessary. The IRL stream would be this afternoon, meaning we could even have a good lunch before going. At exactly 11 o'clock in the morning, I knock on the door to the Payne household. Damien opens the door, though I can tell he's a little worse for wear. As soon as he recognizes me though, he perks up, he gets bricked up, my man. What's up, my homeboy? Get that homie a kiss. Pause. Moving on. Inko, what's going on, mi amigo? You here to hang? What kind of hang are we talking about, my man? No, I'm here to see Olivia for a date. Didn't she let you guys know I was coming over to pick her up? We have a date planned for today. No, she didn't. Olivia's not really mentioning much of anything these days. Hasn't been all week. Oh, well, stop letting the heat out. Come on in. He ushers me in and shuts the door, rubbing his arms to regain the lost warmth. Olivia's still not feeling better? Damien brings his index finger up to the end of his snout. Quiet. She can hear us. Damien looks around the room real quick before turning his attention back to me. No, she's not. I said Vinny and I would try to cheer up. Didn't work, my man. She would just ignore us, staring at whatever she was watching. For hours. She's stuck in a slump, my man. I've been there. A lot of things can happen. Either something good happens in your life and it brings you out of this freaking slump you have, or you let it pass. But the problem is when you just let it sit in, we don't know how long it could take. Could be a couple of days, maybe just a day, a couple of hours, a week, months, could be years. I don't know. Nobody knows, man. Yeah. But yeah, she's not even coming out for food. Mom's at least leaving some by her door, but I've never seen her this bad. Is it alright if I take her out then? No, please do, please do. That's probably exactly what she needs right now. Alright? I go to knock on Olivia's door. When there's no response, Damien waves me to go in anyway. Damn, she really is in a slump. As before, Olivia is on her bed in a similar position to when I saw her last. Hey, you still want to go to the event? Come on, you wanted to go earlier? Need some fresh air. Okay. This is what happens when you got that boyfriend privilege, you know what I'm saying? She gets up, straightening her shirt out while I look away to afford Olivia her dignity. I didn't fail to catch the indented marks from her sheets and her scales. Where are we going again? Volcaldera Mall. Figured we could watch something together. So where's your new ride? She gestures across the room. By her door lying on its side a large unopened box. When I realize what she means, I look back to her in bewilderment. Really? I told him I'd get around to it sometime. Olivia shrugged, looking nonplussed about it all. Well, she's up, it's something. I sighed and go to open the box. It's closed tight with tape. You got a knife? Olivia bares her teeth and rolls her tongue over her sharpest scissor. Oh boy. Doesn't take long to assemble Olivia's new chair. It looks pretty identical to the old one. All honest, I thought it would be better. You know, they could like customize it, like maybe red or green. I don't know. I hold the chair steady next to her bed for her. All right, ready for the maiden voyage? Olivia rolls her eyes at my lame joke, but I still see the tiny smile she tried to hide. She slides carefully into the seat, slowly correcting herself and adjusting her legs to properly rest on the footrest. I release the handlebars and Olivia takes her wheels in hand. A small grin is there again as she handles the wheels, slowly pushing and tugging them. It takes me a moment to realize she's actually testing the chair. To me, it looks like she's silently dancing to a tune only she hears. Finally, with a nod, Olivia looks to me. Alright, I'm ready, Inko. Nodding back, I hold open her bedroom door. I wave to Damon's relief, though Olivia doesn't seem to even see him. He waves back still, even tossing me a thumbs up for luck. Mr. Ferris was right, as even in the cold air I can see Olivia's spirits slowly return. I can't wait to get to the mall now. I'm actually going on my first date! Volcaldera Mall is a pretty large shopping center nestled in between the skyscrapers of the city. Above the first 3 floors of department stores and restaurants, you can see another dozen for office space, all looking down at the traffic below. Working here must be pretty convenient. If this place had an apartment building built in, you'd never have to leave. I'm gonna end this video, everybody. I'm gonna see you in the next episode of Wani Hug That Gator. But yeah, thank you for watching up to the end or some of my videos. If you don't like this one, you can dislike, you can like, subscribe, you can watch my other videos, you could comment down below, join the Discord, it's free. You can ask me there about games or whatever. I don't know, man. Let's get this community up and running. See ya, sweet dreams. Have a good day, have a good night. Bye!